We just got home from Disney on Ice and my kids want noodles. My son wants noodles with sauce. My daughter wants plain noodles. I'm not super hungry. My husband's not super hungry. And I have 2 loaves of Jane to break. And I have 2 loaves of Jane to break. And I have 2 loaves of Jane to bake. 2 loaves of Jane that I did not use a recipe for, but I'd use a higher hydration just by eyeballing it because I'm trying to develop my own sourdough recipe from scratch. But it's going to take me time before I give you the perfect Jessica Jane loaf of bread. So tonight we're just making spaghetti. And by spaghetti, I mean pasta. This kind, with this sauce, because it was what was on top. Popping a pot of water on to boil. And I'm not joking when I say I take recipe development seriously. I have another 2 loaves here, fermenting on the countertop. Those are going to be put into the fridge tonight, but one of those loaves will have chocolate chips because my son is requesting chocolate chip bread, Jane bread. Even though he's not really a big fan of Jane bread these days. I don't know. Once I get it perfect, I will do a no recipe, but I will weigh everything out so that I know how much my no recipe actually is so that you guys can follow it and see if it gives you good success. Because a lot of you are saying that you can't have any success making bread, but it doesn't seem that hard to me. This bread will probably be horrible now that I say that. I'm following my friend, The Early Rise. She has a suggestion of how to do a pretty wheat stock, so I'm trying that. Do the expansion cut second and make sure all of your wheat stock cuts are really close together. So that's what I did. When my water boils, we'll be making pasta. This is just a side quest. This is a detour, if you will. This isn't a tutorial. This is just me showing you what we're having for dinner. Put your noodles in the pot when it's boiling with salted water. Salty like the sea, of course. Like so. And if one member of your household requires sauce, flip your jar upside down. Spank it. Did you hear that noise? That means it's gonna open easy. And pour that shit into a saucepan. Or microwave it, I don't care. And if you want to see what the bread looks like completed, because they won't be done in this video, go follow me on Instagram or Facebook and it'll be in my story. At some point, I don't know when, it'll be in my story at the time that this video is posted. Are you happy now? And I do have a baking sheet under my rack in there so that hopefully my bread doesn't burn on the bottom, and I'll show you that. So I guess I'll make a post on Facebook and Instagram so you can see it so that you don't have to be beholden to the 24-hour story situation. How can I help you, son? You want to see this bread, you'll have to follow me on Instagram and or Facebook. And if you're already following me on there, bonus points to you. I'm using Chef Shammy garlic butter to butter my noodles because I butter my noodles, especially when someone's only eating buttered noodles. This is literally dinner. It is noodles and sauce. That's it. So Bean, you don't want any sauce? No. And Bug, you do want sauce?
Yeah.
Which one's the noodle bin?
Yeah.
Well, this would be the noodle bin. Do you see the noodles in it?
Yes, and what one's the sauce bin?
This one's the sauce bin. Does that look good to you?
Yes.
I will have sauce on mine, even though I am a fan of a good plain buttered noodle. Does anybody want sprinkle cheese? And this is the kind of sprinkle cheese I like, real sprinkle cheese. There you have it, dinner. Super basic, super delicious, but of course it's good. It's pasta night, and I made it. Follow along for more aggressive, whatever the hell this was.